is your I think it is a fifth bit. So it is when it is set in mod 2 and 3, it will enable the multiprocessor communication. Okay, so we are not going into the detail of what is the multiprocessor communication. So just understand when it is set, when SM2 is 1, then we in mod 2 and mod 3, it will enable us to have a communication, that is a multiprocessor communication. So along with one processor, we can communicate with other processor also. Okay, and now we are going to understand the different modes of operation of serial communication. Okay, so serial communication, different modes. So these different modes we can select by the last two bits. Okay, that is 7th and 8th bit, that is SM0 and SM1. Okay, so today I will be talking about this different modes. These modes are very important. Mostly the questions are asked, so you pay attention. If you have any questions, you doubt or any doubt, you please ask me. Okay, I will share the screen and we will try to understand the different modes. So whenever you talk about the different modes, that is mod 0 now. Okay, so we will start with mod 0. You can take the peek of this. This is a UART mod 0 operation. Okay, and now you try to understand the concept of mod 0. The first thing is, how do you select mod 0? Mod 0 can be selected when your 7th bit and 8th bit, that is SM0 and SM1, both are 0. When both are 0. And what description you have written for this mod 0? It is an 8-bit shift register mode. So we are going to see what is this 8-bit shift register mode. And what is the baud rate? The baud rate is oscillator frequency by 12. Now oscillator frequency by 12, I have already explained you what is a clock frequency and what is a oscillator frequency. So can I say the clock frequency is equals to oscillator frequency divided by 12? So oscillator frequency is the frequency which is given to the from the crystal oscillator to the 8051 microcontroller. See, I have explained you this when I was explaining you the pin diagram of 8051. Do you remember the XTAL1 and XTAL2 pins? These are the two pins. Can anyone of you tell me the pin number for XTAL1 and XTAL2? Go back in your pin diagram and tell me what is the pin number for XTAL1 and XTAL2. Yes, any one of you please tell me the pin number. Pin number of XTAL1 and XTAL2, where actually we are giving the crystal frequency. The crystal frequency which is given to 8051. Am I audible to everyone?
Sir, 18 and 19.
Yes. Pin number 18 and 19, XTAL1 and XTAL2. And if you remember, even I have explained you the connections. XTAL and XTAL2 are connected with the crystal oscillator, and in parallel we are connecting, I think, 30 picofarad, two capacitor. So this crystal frequency, suppose it is 12 megahertz. So 12 megahertz is given as the input frequency to 8051. These 12 megahertz will be further divided by 12. So 12 megahertz divided by 12, it will give you 1 megahertz. So I can say 1 megahertz is the clock frequency. It is a clock frequency. So this 1 megahertz clock frequency will be utilized by 8051 to carry out the internal operations of 8051. Okay, so this 1 megahertz will be utilized. Okay, so with this prior knowledge, we are going to understand mod. Okay, mod 0. So baud rate is given by crystal frequency or oscillator frequency divided by 12. As simple as it is. Now try to understand what is mod 0 now. Mod 0 is a 8-bit shift register mode, and सबसे important बात है mod 0. In mod 0 we are using serial communication in synchronization. That means synchronous transmission can be achieved in mod 0. Synchronous transmission can be achieved in mod 0. So other than mod 0, all other three mods we can have asynchronous transmission. Okay, so in mod 0 the serial port runs in synchronous mode. Your serial port runs in synchronous mode. Okay, ये बात important है only for mod 0, and for mod 1, mod 2 and mod 3 we are using in asynchronous. Okay, so the data transmission is asynchronous in mod 1, mod 2, and mod 3. So mod 0 only synchronous. So what is the now you have to keep front now you have to just imagine the format for synchronous. I have told you it is an 8-bit and 1 bit is a sync character, and transmitter and receiver both are having the same clock frequency. Both of them are having the same clock frequency. Now in mod 0, one more important thing I want everyone to pay attention on the screen now. And that important thing is what? That important thing is what? See here, all of you. See on the screen. Your TXD pin is used to generate the clock. Your TXD pin is used to generate the clock. And what is the clock frequency? It is oscillator frequency divided by 12. The same thing what you have written in the baud rate. The same thing what you have written in the baud rate. So this oscillator frequency divided by 12 is the baud rate, and that is the clock frequency. That is the clock frequency. So with that speed you are transmitting the bits. With that speed you are transmitting the bit. So TXD pin will give the clock frequency. And what about the RXD pin? Now this RXD pin will be used for transmission as well as reception. Can you see a double-headed arrow? इसका मतलब this RXD pin can be used either for transmission as well as for receiver, and not both the thing at the same time. So हम ट्रांसमिट भी कर रहे हैं और रिसीव भी कर रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं होगा, because single pin is used for transmission as well as receiver. So it is a half duplex. It is not a full duplex, it is a half duplex. Okay, so clock will be provided by TXD. And what is the clock frequency? Crystal frequency by 12, and that is actually the baud rate also. And RXD pin will be used for transmission as well as reception. Okay, and here important thing is again the SBUF. The same thing. SBUF हमने जो पढ़ा था, after suppose I'm receiving the data serially in accordance with, in synchronization with the clock period, because I have told you mod 0 is used for synchronous transmission. So ये अगर मैं रिसीव कर रहा हूं और जो भी मुझे ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है, तो रिसीवर का और वो ट्रांसमीटर का जो क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी रहेगा वो ये रहेगा, because it is a synchronous transmission. Transmitter and receiver should have the same clock frequency. तो यहाँ पे जो clock frequency, that is oscillator frequency divided by 12, ये same clock frequency जो ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है उसके पास भी होना चाहिए. और अगर ये ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है 8051 और दूसरा अगर रिसीव कर रहा है तो भी दोनों के क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी यही होने चाहिए. दैट इज मीन. तो अगर 8051 रिसीवर है तो वो जो डेटा है रिसीव जो कर रहा है वो कहा जाएगा सीरियल बफर में, 8-बिट सीरियल बफर. और अगर 8051 ट्रांसमीटर है तो डेटा ट्रांसमिट करने के पहले वो कहाँ पे जाएगा? वो ट्रांसमिट बफर में जाएगा, वो ट्रांसमिट SBUF में जाएगा. तो हियर आई एम यूजिंग अ सिंगल SBUF. इवन दो मैंने बताया था कि ट्रांसमिटर और रिसीवर के बाद उनके इंडिविजुअल रेस्पेक्टिव SBUF होते हैं, ट्रांसमीटर के भी बात है, लेकिन वो काम करेंगे क्योंकि यहाँ पे mod 0 में TXD is not transmitting or receiving, but it is only generating the clock, and the clock is oscillator frequency divided by 12. तो ट्रांसमीटर का जो SBUF है that is of no use. यहाँ पे जो SBUF हम यूज करेंगे वो रिसीवर का ही यूज करेंगे. तो ये 8051 जब रिसीवर बोल के काम करेगा तो ये SBUF रहेगा रिसीव SBUF, और ये 8051 अगर ट्रांसमीटर का काम करेगा तो ये SBUF रहेगा ट्रांसमिट SBUF. ऑलरेडी SBUF के बारे में हमने पढ़े, already we have studied about the SBUF. Okay, so this is the important aspect of your mod 0. Any questions related with this? Any questions related with this?
Sir, while receiving also it should have the same clock frequency, sir.
हाँ, yes. क्योंकि हमने जब सिंक्रोनस ट्रांसमिशन रिसीवर पढ़ा था तो हमने देखा था कि क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी ट्रांसमीटर और रिसीवर की सेम होनी चाहिए. तो ये अगर ट्रांसमिट भी कर रहा है या फिर रिसीव भी कर रहा है तो यही स्टैंडर्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी रहेगी, और वो क्या है? ऑसिलेटर फ्रीक्वेंसी डिवाइडेड बाय 12. और ये जो भी क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी है यही क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी के रेट पे भी वो ट्रांसमिट या रिसीव करेगा, इसलिए उसका बाड रेट क्या है? ऑसिलेटर फ्रीक्वेंसी डिवाइडेड बाय 12. ओके, तो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर ऑसिलेटर फ्रीक्वेंसी 12 मेगाहर्ट्ज है तो यहाँ पे जो भी आउटपुट आएगा वो 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज का आएगा. और 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज जो क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी हम यहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं वही 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज अगर ये ट्रांसमिट कर रहा तो दूसरा जो रिसीव कर रहा है उसका 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज ही रहना चाहिए, और अगर ये रिसीव कर रहा दूसरा डिवाइस अगर ट्रांसमिट कर रहा तो ट्रांसमीटर का भी फ्रीक्वेंसी 1 मेगाहर्ट्ज ही होना चाहिए। इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have understood this, I think you have taken the peak of this. Mod 0 ka there is timing diagram also. There is a timing diagram also. So what is the timing diagram? See here. Yes, take the peak of this and listen now. Now see here TXD clock. मैंने जो बोला था आपको कि जो clock frequency generate होती है वो TXD के through होती है. Now here we are going to understand why it is called as a 8-bit shift register. Why it is called as 8-bit shift register. Okay, so here along in accordance or in synchronization with the TXD, the data will be transmitted or the received through the RxD. Now for example, if I am using RxD for data transmission, okay, so RxD data out, so D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Okay, so external data bits shifted out. तो ये जो क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी है ये क्लॉक फ्रीक्वेंसी के बेसिस पे ही आपके डेटा शिफ्ट होंगे। तो पहले LSB जाएगा, उसके बाद D1 जाएगा, बाद में D2, बाद में D3, बाद में D4, D5, D6 और लास्ट में जाएगा D7. So transmission will be in this manner through which RxD pin. So this is RxD data out. So external data bits shifted out. और वही अगर हम RxD रिसीव बोल के यूज कर रहे हैं तो कैन यू सी RxD data in? RxD data in. Okay, so external data bit shifted in तो पहले आएगा LSB D0, बाद में आएगा D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, लास्ट में आएगा D7. Okay, so this is called as shift data in and this is called as shift data out. So whatever is you are shifting the data, that is in accordance with the clock pulses. That is a clock frequency. That is with the clock frequency. Okay, so this is a timing diagram. क्योंकि ये जो शिफ्टिंग हो रहा है पहले LSB, बाद में D1, D2, बाद में लास्ट में D7, ये इसके हिसाब से जाएगा, क्लॉक के हिसाब से जाएगा. तो D0 पहले शिफ्ट होगा, बाद में D1 जाएगा, बाद में D2 जाएगा. So this is how it will be transmitted. Similarly, you will receive first D0, then you will receive D1, and so forth. So this is a timing diagram, mod 0 timing diagram. Any questions related with this? Shall we proceed? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. If you are not asking me questions, I'm assuming कि मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो समझ रहा है proper. Okay. So नहीं समझ जाए तो मुझे रुको. You can stop me at any time. Yes. This is also one more thing जो मैंने आपको अभी पढ़ा है. See here, the clock source for mod 0. Mod 0 को clock कहाँ से मिलता है? वही आपका जो ऑसिलेटर फ्रीक्वेंसी है, सपोज वो x मेगाहर्ट्ज है. ओके, वो बाद में आपने डिवाइडेड बाय 12 किया तो आपको जो फ्रीक्वेंसी मिलेगा वो क्या मिलेगा? x बाय 12 मिलेगा. सो दिस इज द क्लॉक फॉर mod 0 और ये आप TXD के थ्रू यूज कर रहे हो. ये जो क्लॉक है ना, दिस इज यू आर यूजिंग थ्रू द TXD pin. This is you are using through the TXD pin. Okay, so this is a simple diagram to show you the clock for mod 0. And this clock also we have seen in the mod 0 timing diagram, क्योंकि वो क्लॉक के हिसाब से आपके डेटा शिफ्ट होंगे आउटपुट में या फिर इनपुट में. Okay, now we are proceeding further. I think nothing important I can give you for this. Okay, you can refer any of the book. Now we will go to the mod 1 now. Okay, if you have any questions related with mod 0, please ask me. Otherwise, we proceed to mod 1 now. Mod 1. Now, how do you select mod 1? Again, the same thing, 7th and 8th bit. When your SM1 is equals to 1 and when SM0 is equals to 0, then you are in the mod 1. Okay, और mod 1 में आपने क्या लिखा है डिस्क्रिप्शन में? It is an 8-bit UART, यूनिवर्सल और सिंक्रोनस रिसीवर एंड ट्रांसमीटर. मैंने आपको पहले बताया था mod 0 सिंक्रोनस में काम करेगा और अदर देन mod 0, mod 1, mod 2 और mod 3 ये असिंक्रोनस में काम करेगा. तो असिंक्रोनस की जब मैं बात करता हूँ आपके आपके आंखों के सामने क्या दिखना चाहिए? असिंक्रोनस डेटा फॉर्मेट. And what is that asynchronous data format? 1 bit stop bit, 8 actual data bits, and last bit, that is a stop bit. Okay. And sometimes if I'm using the parity bit, that will be the before stop bit. Before stop bit. So if I'm not using the parity bit, how many bits are there total? Then there will be total 10 bits. And if I'm using the parity bit, then total number of bits will be 11. Okay. So हम ये सब देखने वाले. So about the mod 1. And what about the baud rate? The baud rate is variable. This is important, variable, and which is set by timer 1. Which is set by timer 1. So we will see what is the baud rate and how it is set by timer 1. Okay. We will proceed further now to understand your mod 1. Yes. Now what is the mod 1 now? Mod 1, we are transmitting the bits in the synchronous fashion. So you have actually in mod 1, you will be actually transmitting 10 bits. Okay, 10 bits. And these 10 bits that in this mod, SBUF becomes a 10-bit full duplex receiver and transmitter that may receive and transmit data at the same time. So here I do not have any problem. Here there will be a full duplex communication. Okay. And in this mode, 10 bits are transmitted or received. So which are the 10 bits? Already I have told you, one start bit, 8 data bits, and one stop bit. And important thing about this now mod 1, that your TI flag. Remember the TI flag we have seen while taking the other bits of SCON register TI flag. So this interrupt flag TI is set once all the 10 bits have been set. जब हम पूरे 10 के 10 bits जब हम भेजते, that at that time your TI will be set as 1. Okay. And on receiving the stop bit goes into RB8 of the SCON register. Okay. अभी मैंने वही बताया था, RB8 के बारे में मैंने तभी बताया था आपको, जब हम mod 1 में डेटा रिसीव कर रहे हैं तो आपका जो बीट है, स्टॉप बिट, क्योंकि आपके जो डेटा बिट्स है वो तो SBUF में चले जाएंगे, लेकिन आपका जो स्टॉप बिट है वो कहाँ पे जाएगा? वो जाएगा RB8 में. ओके. Okay. Now whatever I have explained you, that thing we will see on through the figure. All of you pay attention on the figure now. अभी मैंने जो बताया, you will be able to see on the figure. Now this is your, what is the name of the figure? This is UART mod 1 operation. अभी operation क्या है? That can be explained. You can take the peek of this and draw it afterwards. Now this is a section for transmitting and this is the section for receiving. So transmitter में क्या हो रहा है पहले हम वो देखेंगे. See all of you pay attention now. Now this is your SBUF. मुझे डेटा ट्रांसमिट करना है mod 1 में, और आपका mod 1 में टोटल कितने बिट्स है? टोटल 10 है. रिमेंबर 10. One start, 8 data bits and one stop bit. Now you will be writing down the actual data in the SBUF. So can I say this is write about SBUF, send 8-bit data. तो आपका जो भी 8-bit डेटा आएगा वो कहाँ से आएगा? इंटरनल डेटा बस से आएगा. ओके, इंटरनल डेटा बस से आएगा. So you are taking your 8-bit in the SBUF. This SBUF का जो भी 8-bit डेटा है, that is this 8-bit data is then appended with the start bit and stop bit. Can you see here? Appended plus start bit plus stop bit. So this addition or appending of the start and stop bit will be done by the hardware. Okay, will be done by the hardware. Now now when you append this stop bit and start bit with the data, then you have actually the total frame. Can you see the frame now? After once you append stop bit and start bit, now this frame will be then transmitted through the TX3 serial. So this is a serial data out. Can you see a 10-bit parallel to serial conversion? ये एक्चुअली मेरा 10 बिट पैरेलल डेटा है. Now this parallel data cannot transmit as it is, that will be transmitted serially. That will be transmitted serially. तो पहले 0 जाएगा, बाद में D0 जाएगा, D0 बोलो तो LSB bit, डॉट 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 बाद में MSB जाएगा, that is your D7 bit, और बाद में जाएगा stop bit. Can you see this? Everything will go in accordance with the clock. In accordance with the clock. Clock is very important. The clock is very important. Okay. And here whatever I have told you, that what is the baud rate here, that is variable. And that depends upon your timer one. It is a variable and that depends upon your timer one. Okay. So this is a frame which we are transmitting to the TXD serially. Okay. Serially. Now once this data is transmitted serially, then your SBUF is now empty. SBUF is empty. And that how the if SBUF is empty, how it is indicating? It is indicating by a TI flag set to 1. जब SBUF empty होता है या फिर डेटा पूरे ट्रांसमिट होते हैं 8 बिट, then SBUF will set TI as 1. So transmit buffer empty. So TI 1 का मतलब होता है कि now SBUF is empty, the other 8 bits can be accumulated in the SBUF. जब तक TI 1 नहीं होता है, जब तक TI 1 नहीं होता है, तब तक next 8 bits SBUF में नहीं जाएंगे. They will be in the waiting. वो सब वेटिंग में रहेंगे. ओके. दे विल बी इन द वेटिंग. जैसे हम गूगल मीट में भी वही करते हैं या फिर जूम मीटिंग में भी वही करते हैं. अगर आपका जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर है, इफ इट इज नॉट अलाउइंग यू टू एंटर इनटू द मीट, you will be in the queue. There is a waiting room for that. So here also there is a waiting room. You will be in the queue. So once your TI becomes 1, then it is an indication now SBUF is will be able to take the next 8 bit. Okay. It will take the next 8 bit. और बाकी के जब बिट जाएंगे तो TI फिर 0 होना चाहिए. तो TI को 0 करने का काम सॉफ्टवेयर करता है. TI को 0 करने का काम सॉफ्टवेयर करता है. Okay. So when TI is equals to 1, it is an indication that all the 8 bits has been transmitted and SBUF is empty, and remaining 8 bits can come into the SBUF. So this is what is happening in the transmitter section. And the same thing opposite of this will happen in the receiver section. Can you see the receiver section now? See, we'll start from your bottom now. You are receiving the data, serial data in. Okay, so they are the 8 bit serial to parallel conversion. So whatever data will be available, they are entering serially, but these serial data will be converted into parallel data because all the data I want. So there is a serial to parallel conversion. Okay, and in the serial to parallel conversion, you have the start bit. Can you see this is the start bit, which is 0. Then your actual data, LSB is D0 and MSB is D7. And after that, you have a stop bit. So this is actual frame. This is actual frame. So receiving of the data will be also in accordance with the clock. Will be in accordance with the clock. Now here the transmitter and the receiver clock may be different. यानी जो भेज रहा है उसका क्लॉक और इसका क्लॉक अलग हो सकता है because it is asynchronous. It is asynchronous. Okay. So once you receive this frame, then from this frame, your start and stop bit will be removed, but the stop bit, this is a stop bit. This will be accommodated in RB8. वही मैंने आपको बताया था कि the stop bit will be taken into the RB8 while receiving the data. तो RB8 में क्या जाएगा? ये 1 जाएगा. RB8 में 1 क्या जाएगा? ये 1 जाएगा. Okay, and the data will be given to the SBUF. So this is a read buffer. This is a read SBUF. And this once your data is available, then your RI will be 1. So data is received. तो RI आपका 1 होने के बाद इसका मतलब होता है कि SBUF के पास पूरे data आ गए. Then the data can be read in the or that can be received in the internal data bus. Okay, so that is the indication. That is the indication, and that is also indication that the next 8-bit or 10-bit data can be received through the RxDP. That is also indication that next 10-bit can be received through the RxDP. Okay, so when RI is equals to 1, that means data is received and SBUF has given all the data. Now the next data can be accommodated in the SBUF, or the next 10-bit can be received. The data bits can be received. So that is the indication through RI. So TI and RI already we have studied. So this is actually used in the mod 1. Okay, TI and RI. And the important thing is about the when you receive this, your RB8 will be having the stop bit. Your RB1, your stop bit goes into the RB8. Your stop bit goes into the RB8. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Any questions you have related with this, the operation of mod 1? Any questions you have in this? Yes, you can say yes or no. You can say either no or yes.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. So this is your mod 1 operation. This is your mod 1 operation. If you remember, मैंने आपको ये भी बताया था कि your bit, your SM2 bit, SM2 bit, okay, SM2 bit के बारे में मैंने क्या बताया था? If you remember, आपने लिखा भी होगा because you have taken the pic of the format of SCON register. तो हमने उसमें देखा था about the RB8 that in mod 1 if SM2 is equals to 0, in mod 1 if SM2 is equals to 0, then RB8 is the stop bit that is received. तो ये जो मैं बता रहा हूँ ना कि RB8 में 1 जाएगा, this is only possible in mod 1, but under the condition that your SM2 should be 0. Your SM2 should be 0. That is your fifth bit of your SCON register. जो SM2 है, that should be 0. So please pay attention. This is important. This is important that your unless and until your SM2 is equals to 0, you cannot take stop bit in RB8 in mod 1. In mod 1. Okay. And in mod 2 and mod 3, if your SM2 is equals to 1, then your 8051 will be enabled as a multi-processor communication. जो मैंने पहले ही बताया. Okay. So that this is the important point which I have to highlight. Okay. Which I have to highlight. Now, if you proceed further, now we are going to understand. Okay. Now. Okay, we will do one thing. Okay, now all of you pay attention. Now I'm going to explain you the important point now, that is in mod 1 about the baud rate. What was the baud rate given as? It is a variable and it is set by timer 1. It is a variable and it is set by timer 1. Okay, now we are going to understand this particular concept now. Okay, we are going to understand this particular concept, that what is a variable and how it is depending upon the timer 1. Okay, now if you see carefully, now this is your crystal oscillator. This is your crystal oscillator. Even though we take 12 megahertz, but practically your crystal oscillator is taken as 11.0592 megahertz. अब आप ये बोलोगे कि सर ये ऐसा ऑड नंबर क्यों लिया जाता है, इसको राउंड करके 12 क्यों नहीं लिया जाता है? So there is a reason behind it. There is a specific reason behind it. Okay, so we are going to see how this why it is taken as 11.0592. Now I am explaining you the baud rate variable.
Sir, can you zoom in on the diagram, sir?
I am explaining you the baud rate, okay, for mod 1. So I want everyone to pay attention. I will try my level best because you know actually जब हमने बताया था कि that is depend upon the timer 1. So some of the aspects should be covered when while explaining the timer 1. तो कुछ जो पॉइंट्स है वो टाइमर जो काउंटर के जो रजिस्टर है ना, तभी अगर क्लियर होंगे तभी आपको समझेगा. बट आई विल ट्राई माय लेवल बेस्ट. और कुछ अगर पॉइंट मैं यहाँ पे नहीं कवर करूंगा तो वो मैं बाद में फिर से कवर करूंगा. ओके, बट आई वांट यू टू एक्चुअली अंडरस्टैंड कि एक्चुअली क्या हो रहा है. सो टाइमर क्लॉक सोर्स फॉर बाud रेट जनरेशन. बाud रेट में आपने फिर से लिखा था कि इट इज वेरिएबल सेट बाय टाइमर 1. आपको पता है यू हैव टाइमर 1 एंड टाइमर 0. Okay, if you see the block diagram of 8051. So timer 0 will not play an important role here in baud rate generation, but your timer 1 is playing an important role. Okay, So pay here attention, all of you. So in mod 1, what is actually happening now? That your crystal oscillator is there. Your crystal oscillator frequency will be, हम वैसे बोलने के लिए 12 मेगाहर्ट्ज लेते हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअली 11.0592 ये ऑड नंबर होता है, ये क्यों होता है, दिस थिंग वी विल सी. नाउ व्हेनेवर यू डिवाइड दिस बाय 12, आपको पता है, so that has to be divided by 12. So when you divide by 12, you will get 921.6 kilohertz. You will get 921.6 kilohertz. Okay, 921.6 kilohertz. Now this 921.6 kilohertz, this particular frequency now, actually this is a clock frequency. This is a crystal frequency and this is a clock frequency. Now this clock frequency is further divided by 32, or it will be divided by 16. It will be divided by 32 when your S mod is equals to 0. अब ये जो S mod है ना, this is one of the bits from PCON register. अभी अब तक हमने PCON register नहीं पढ़ा है, ठीक है. मैंने जब आपको बताया था कि special function registers which are associated with the serial communication are 3. One is SBUF, second one is SCON and third one is PCON. तो PCON अब तक हमने पढ़ा नहीं है. PCON रजिस्टर में एक बीट है, वो S mod है, और अगर वो S mod बीट अगर 0 रहेगा ना, वो अगर 0 रहेगा, then your clock frequency will be divided by 32. और वो अगर S mod अगर 1 रहेगा, तो आपका जो भी clock frequency है, that will be divided by 60. Okay, so it depends upon your S mod, आपने क्या select किया. तो 0 किया तो divided by 32, 1 किया तो divided by 16. अगर मैं S mod 0 रखता हूँ, divided by 32 करता हूँ, you will get the output frequency of 28800 hertz. 28800 hertz. और अगर आप 16 से डिवाइड करते हो, you get 57600 hertz. 57600 hertz. और ये जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है, either 28800 hertz या फिर 57600 hertz. Now this frequency, either of these two frequency is further used for generation of the clock and by the timer 1 clock. Either this or this will be further used for generation of the baud rate, for the generation of the baud rate. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. Now if I'm taking this 28800, if I'm taking this 28800, okay, just a minute. Yes. Now, when this, suppose take an example of 28800. You take an example of 28800. Now, if I divide this 28800 by an integer to get a standard baud rate, For example, if this 28800, I want everyone to pay attention. This is important. Okay. If this 28800 hertz is suppose divided by an integer, for example, if I'm dividing it by 3, then you have a standard baud rate of 9600. If I'm dividing this frequency by 3, then you have the standard baud rate of 9600. Okay. Suppose I am dividing it not by 3, if I'm dividing it by 6, this frequency, then you have a standard baud rate of 4800. Now, if I am dividing this frequency by 24, then you have a standard baud rate of 1200. This will go on. So what I meant to say that I want the standard baud rate of 9600. If you want 9600, divide this by 3. If I want a standard baud rate of 4800, you divide this frequency by 6. If I want a standard baud rate of 1200, then you divide this frequency by 24. So actually dividing by 3 or dividing by 6 or dividing by 24, that will be set by timer 1. तो अगर मुझे बॉड रेट 9600 चाहिए तो ये फ्रीक्वेंसी मैं टाइमर 1 इसको दूंगा, तो टाइमर 1 will generate that integer, which integer 3, so that 28800 will be divided by 3. Okay, if I want the baud rate of 9600, suppose I want a baud rate of 4800, so timer 1 will generate that divisible, so that 28800 when divided by 6 will give you a standard baud rate of 4800. So what I meant to say that whatever the frequency, if I want to divide it by 3, 6 or 12, that or 24, that divisible number 3, 6, 12 or 24 will be provided by timer 1. So ये तो example मैंने इसके लिए दिया. The same example I can give for this also. So just for timing, remember that what are the standard baud rates? The standard baud rates are 9600, 4800 and 1200. So whatever the frequency, either this or this, then if I want 9600, then it has to be divided by 3. और अगर मुझे ये फ्रीक्वेंसी यूज करके मुझे 9600 चाहिए, so what it should be divided by what? Can anyone of you tell me? It should be divided by what? 57600 should be divided by what to get a standard baud rate of 9600? Do it on calcium, tell me.
6, sir.
6, बराबर है? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So what I meant to say that now timer 1 will set the baud rate. So your baud rate will be set, or that divisible number will be set depending upon what standard baud rate you want. Either if you are taking this frequency or you are taking this frequency. Okay. यहाँ तक समझ में आया? इसके आगे भी और है. I have explained you half of the part. Half part is remaining. जहाँ तक समझ में आया तो I can proceed further. Shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here now. You can write down in your notebook now. ये सब आपको बनाना है. इसका आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट कि आपने इसका पिक लिया है. ये पिक में मुझे क्या चाहिए? ये डायग्राम भी चाहिए और ये नीचे जो कैलकुलेशंस देख रहे हैं ना, ये भी चाहिए. ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, तो ये सब आप बाद में करने वाले हो. ठीक है, ये सब आप बाद में करोगे. आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग यू इन अ फर्दर पार्ट. आई वांट यू टू सी ऑन द स्क्रीन नाउ. स्क्रीन पे दिख रहा है क्या है? टाइमर 1 will divide 28800 hertz signal by an integer. ओके, और ब्रैकेट में क्या लिखा है? here, based on the value loaded into its register as explained next. ये बाकी की चीज आपको यहाँ पे देखने को नहीं मिल रही, but what is written here, I am reading out. You can write down. Based on the value loaded into its registers as explained next. शायद यहाँ as है ना, यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं कटा है. Everything is visible on the screen. जो है वही है. Based on the value loaded into its registers as explained next, bracket close, to get desired baud rate. अब ये जो आपको दिख रहा है ना, ये जो ब्रैकेट में, I want everyone to underline this. आपने लिखा होगा तो उसको अंडरलाइन करो. ये जो अंडरलाइन करने को बोला है ना मैंने, बेस्ड ऑन द वैल्यू लोडेड इनटू इट्स रजिस्टर, इसको अंडरलाइन करो. इवन यू कैन गिव एस्टेरिस्क आल्सो, because this explanation I will explain you while taking the timer and counter registers. This explanation I will take when I will be explaining you timer and counter register. Okay, so यहाँ पे मैं अभी explanation नहीं करने वाला हूँ. आपको सिर्फ ये याद रखना है कि signal divided by integer कैसे करूंगा मैं. How your timer will be helpful for me to divide this 28800 hertz by an integer. Simply it is based upon the value which is loaded into its register. तो टाइमर 1 का एक रजिस्टर है, उसमें वो वैल्यू मुझे लोड करनी है. तो अभी टाइमिंग ये भी समझ लो कि वो रजिस्टर का नाम क्या है। वो रजिस्टर का नाम है TH1। ये मेरा कर्सर देखो, वो रजिस्टर का नाम है TH1। ओके, so what is TH1? Everything I will explain you why when I will be taking the explanation for timer and counter. Okay, for timer and counter. Okay, so for timing आपको इतना याद रखना है कि ये जो इंटीजर जो जनरेट होगा वो कैसे जनरेट होगा, वो जनरेट होगा बाय TH1 बाय TH1। ओके, सो यहाँ तक समझ आने के बाद तो मैंने आपको क्या एक्सप्लेनेशन यहाँ तक बताया। इसका आगे का एक्सप्लेनेशन है with the calculation। Okay, now see here all of you, as per the above discussion मैंने ये जो सब मैंने बताया, ये जो सब बताया, timer 1 clock input frequency is given as timer 1 ये timer 1 clock input frequency is given as, this is see my cursor, this is FT1 CLK। अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो यू कैन राइट इट डाउन इन योर नोटबुक। यहाँ पे है कैपिटल FTICLK। सो व्हाट इज कैपिटल FTICLK? दिस इज नथिंग बट टाइमर 1 क्लॉक इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी। टाइमर, ये देखो, टाइमर 1 क्लॉक इनपुट फ्रीक्वेंसी, एंड दैट इज गिवन एज व्हाट? F oscillator frequency into 2 to the power of S mod divided by 12 into 32। ये क्या इक्वेशन है? This equation is nothing but what? The equation derived from the figure। See how that equation is derived. Oscillator frequency FOSC, into 2 to the power of S mod, ओके। तो अगर मेरा S mod 0 है तो व्हाट इज 2 to the power of 0? What is 2 to the power of 0?
1.
1.
Okay, 1। So F oscillator into 1 divided by 12। ये 12 कहाँ से है? ये 12 यहाँ से है, डिवाइडेड बाय 12 है ना, तो ये 12 यहाँ पे, और डिवाइडेड बाय 32, ये 32 का यहाँ पे। ओके, तो ये जो इक्वेशन मैंने लिखा है, दिस इज नथिंग बट द इक्वेशन डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द फिगर। ओके, सो अगेन आई एम सेइंग FT1 clock is nothing but timer 1 clock input frequency, ये वाला, and it is given by oscillator frequency into 2 to the power of S mod divided by 12 into 32। ओके, अगर मुझे डिवाइडेड बाय 16 करना है तो इक्वेशन क्या रहेगा? सी आर ऑल ऑफ यू, FT1 clock is equals to crystal oscillator frequency into 2 to the power of S mod। अभी S mod is equals to 1 है, तो 2 to the power of 1 will be 2, तो यहाँ पे 2 रहने वाला। so F oscillator into 2 divided by 12 into, अब ये 32 नहीं आएगा, अब आएगा 16, अभी आएगा 16, तो यहाँ पे into 16 आएगा। अगर मैं ये फ्रीक्वेंसी ले रहा हूँ तो, और अगर मैं ये फ्रीक्वेंसी ले रहा हूँ तो, क्योंकि अब तक मैंने यही फ्रीक्वेंसी के रिलेटेड मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया है, तो मैं यही लूंगा। तो आई वांट डिवाइडेड बाय 32, तो डिवाइड बाय 32 चाहिए, तो एस मॉड जब आपका 0 होता है तो 2 to the power of 0 will be 1। so it is simple nothing but crystal frequency divided by 12 divided by 32। तो ये इक्वेशन यहाँ पे। ओके, आगे देखो क्या लिखा है। Now this FT1 clock is further divided by timer 1। मैं वही तो बोला था, it will be divided by 3 if I want a baud rate, standard baud rate of 9600। okay, so now this FT1 clock is further divided by timer 1 and amount of division is controlled by, divided by 3 करना है या divided by 6 करना है या फिर divided by 12 करना है या फिर divided by 24 करना है, that is controlled by काउंट लोडेड इनटू इट्स TH1 रजिस्टर। ये तो मैं बता रहा था यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट में, मैंने जो बोला था ना उसको अंडरलाइन करो, तो वो रजिस्टर कौन सा है? TH1 रजिस्टर। तो ये एक्चुअली कैसे करेंगे ये हम सब पढ़ने वाले हैं, हम जब टाइमर और काउंटर पढ़ेंगे। तो आपको सिर्फ एक याद रखना है कि एक रजिस्टर होता है TH1 विच इज एसोसिएटेड विद टाइमर 1। तो उसमें हम जो लोड करेंगे और उसमें हम क्या लोड करेंगे, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट यू विल हैव अ स्टैंडर्ड बॉड रेट, ओके। Hence baud rate is given as, अभी देखो baud rate क्या दिया है. Hence the baud rate is given as what? F baud 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 is equals to FT1 CLK, ये जो FT1 CLK ना वो FT1 CLK divided by 256 minus TH1, 256 minus TH1. ओके, तो FT1 क्लॉक हमारा क्या इक्वेशन था ये, तो ये हमने पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे लिख दिया, ये पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे लिख दिया. ओके, ये पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे लिख दिया. एंड इट इज डिवाइडेड बाय 256 माइनस TH1, वो भी यहाँ पे आ गया, 256 माइनस TH1, 256 minus TH1. Okay, so after you keep the value of FT1 CLK, you have got this equation. Again 256 कहाँ से आया, TH1 तो आपको पता है कि value I'm going to load. So 256 कहाँ से आया, this everything I will explain again while explaining you the timer and counter. Okay, so once you have got this value, you have put up all the value. Now see here now to get the desired baud rate, appropriate count value has to be loaded in TH1. अभी यहाँ पे क्या अननोन क्या है ये इक्वेशन में, मुझे निकालना है baud rate, तो यहाँ पे अननोन क्या है, एफ ऑसिलेटर फ्रीक्वेंसी मुझे पता है, इट इज 11.05. एस मॉड मुझे पता है, इट इज मैंने 0 क्योंकि मैंने डिवाइड बाय 32 किया, एस मॉड इज इक्वल टू 0. यहाँ पे TH1 ही नहीं मुझे पता, only TH1 is unknown, all other things are known, so I can get a baud rate. So to get the desired baud rate, appropriate count value has to be loaded in TH1 register. It is given from the above equation add. Now here I have told you if I want a standard baud rate of 9600, अगर मैं यहाँ पे 9600 रखा, can I get a TH1 value? Yes, you will get a TH1 value. And how do you get the TH1 value? TH1 value is equals to 256 minus F oscillator into 2 to the power of S mod divided by 12 into 32 into 9600. So if I want a standard baud rate of 9600, you have to load the ये जो भी आंसर आएगा, that answer has to be loaded in the register, that is the TH1. अगर मुझे baud rate चाहिए, if I want a baud rate of 4800, so here it will be 4800, and depending upon that you will have a TH1 value. So that TH1 value will be loaded into the register. Okay, now all of you pay attention now. Now suppose if I want a baud rate of 9600, if I do the calculation, you will get some value that is a TH1. Okay, once you load that value into the register TH1, that means can I say it is nothing but you are dividing, see my cursor, that is nothing but can I say you are dividing 28800 by any one of you? Can I say that is nothing but I am dividing 28800 hertz divided by, मैं फिर से बता रहा हूँ, if I want a baud rate of 9600, अगर मैं यहाँ पे 9600 रखता हूँ, then in that case you are getting some TH1 value. So you are loading that value into the TH1. Can I say that is nothing but I am dividing this 28800 by
3, sir.
3.
Yes, 3, as simple as it is. Okay, so that means if I want a 9600, that means the value which you get, that value you are loading in TH1, that is nothing but you are dividing 28800 by 3. You are dividing it by 3. Okay, and if I want similarly, if I want a baud rate of 4800, you are getting some TH1 value. That TH1 value you are loading in TH1, that is nothing but you are dividing this 28800 by 6. By 6. Yes, as simple as it is. Now the time has come to explain you why we have taken this 11.0592, not 12. It is only for simple calculations. If you are taking any number 12, if you are not taking this number, if you are taking 12, you can try this at home. Okay, then your 12 divided by 12, you will get 1. You will get 1. Okay, and 1 divided by 30, you will get some value, and that value if you divide by 3, you will not get 9600. You will not get 9600. You will get some number in decimal point. You will not get in a standard baud rate format, the standard baud rate. So what are the standard baud rates? 9600, 4800, 1200. So these are the standard baud rates. ओके तो अदर देन दिस, क्योंकि मेरी शुरुआत यहाँ से हुई है ना, मैंने यहाँ से शुरुआत की है, उसको डिवाइड बाय 12 किया है, उसको डिवाइड बाय 32 किया है, तब जाके मुझे ये होल नंबर आया. बट इफ यू टेक 12, you will not reach to the standard, you will not reach to the whole number. It will be something decimal number. Okay, it will be something decimal number. So I want a whole number. To get a whole number, it is better you take a crystal oscillator frequency of 11.059 and not 12. Okay, so I tried my level best to explain you about the variable baud rate. Can I say it is a variable? Yes, it is a variable. अगर 9600 चाहिए, so you have a value which has to be loaded in TH1 register. If you want 4800, you have a value that has the value which has to be loaded in TH1 register. If I want a baud rate of 1200, you have a value which has to be loaded in TH1 register. So can I say these are the variable baud rates? So you can have many number of baud rates, but the standard baud rates are 9600, 4800, and 1200. Okay. Any questions for regarding this? Any questions you have regarding? Any questions you have?
Sir, for baud rate to be 9600, THI will be 253 now.
Pardon? फिर से बोलो.
For baud rate to be 9600,
हाँ.
TH1 should be 53.
हाँ, TH1 की वैल्यू क्या है? फिर से बोलो.
253 चाहिए ना सर?
नहीं मुझे पूछना है कि baud rate अगर 9600 चाहिए तो TH1 की वैल्यू क्या है? TH1 की
253 होगी ना सर, वही बोल.
हाँ, नहीं, ये आप करके देखो, ये आप करके देखो. ओके, ये आप करके देखना, देन मुझे बताना कि TH1 वैल्यू आपकी 3 है या दूसरा कुछ है. Because I am loading the value in this TH1. If I got some value which I am putting in TH1, that means with this TH1 value loaded in the TH1 register, it means that 28800 will be divided by 3. You can do this and you can let me know what is our TH1 value. Okay, if I want a baud rate of 9600, you can try, you can do this and you can let me know, because इसको हम जब डिवाइड बाय 3 करेंगे तभी तो जाके 9600 आएगा baud rate जो मुझे चाहिए, और वो हिसाब से तो मैं नंबर यहाँ पे TH1 में डाल रहा हूँ. Okay, so you can do this and you can let me know. Okay, now with this understanding, this is about now mod 1. This is about now mod 1. Okay, I would take a more 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, I will take so that I can complete my mod 2 also. Mod 2 is also easy. Mod 2 and mod 3 you will be doing as a homework. Acha, all of you pay attention. Yes, I want everyone to pay attention now. I will take only 5 to 6 minutes more. Okay, so don't leave. See here, there is a problem now. What value should be loaded into the TH1 register to get a baud rate of 9600 bits per second? Second, if I want 1200 bits per second for serial transmission, assume crystal frequency of 11.0592. Now here your problem will be solved. The value of TH1 can be found out as TH1 is equals to 256 minus ये जो हमने इक्वेशन लिया, ये ऊपर वाला इक्वेशन, यहाँ पे मैंने baud rate का नंबर डाल दिया 9600. See here what you are getting, 256 minus the number, it comes to be 253 now. आपका TH1 है 253, your TH1 is 253. You have to convert this, because this is a decimal number, you have to convert this into hexadecimal number, so it is FDH. So when this FDH will be loaded in TH1, then you will have a baud rate of 9600. और आप जब मुझे बता रहे थे ना कि सर इट इज 3 और व्हाट, एक्चुअली इट इज 253, लेकिन ये FDH क्या है और 3 कैसे आया, ये सब आई वांट एवरीवन टू हैव अ पेशेंस ऑन दिस, बिकॉज ये मैं बताऊंगा आपको अगेन इन टाइमर एंड काउंटर में। सिर्फ आपको इतना याद रखना है कि ये कैलकुलेट करने के बाद आंसर है 253 और 253 हेक्सा में आएगा एफडीएच, और एफडीएच एक्चुअली मुझे लोड करना है TH1 में। ओके, तो ये सब एक्सप्लेनेशन मैं वहां पे लूंगा। ओके, नाउ हियर वन मोर थिंग, वन इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग, अज्यूमिंग एस मॉड इज इक्वल टू 0 और 1200 चाहिए, और अज्यूमिंग एस मॉड इज इक्वल टू 0, then here TH1 will be, you keep to 1200, you will see here 232, that is nothing but E at H. So this E at H has to be loaded in TH1. Okay, now how do you load this? How do you load this? There is a program. ये देखो all of you, program क्या है? All of you, I want everyone to see here now. Move tmod is equals to move tmod comma hash 20h, that is initialize your timer 1 in mod 2. ये 20h कहाँ से है? आपका जो tmod जो sorry, okay, this thing I will explain you after, because ये आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा फिलहाल. Okay, but at least I can show you that if I want my mod 1 operation, there is some value which has to be loaded in SCON. SCON तो हम पढ़ रहे, tmod अब तक हमने नहीं पढ़ा, तो इसलिए मैं इसके बारे में नहीं बताऊंगा. I have to load some value for CH in SCON. Okay, and TH1 में जो लोड करना है ना मुझे 0, that is FD, तो जो भी लेटर रहता है उसके पहले हमको 0 लिखना पड़ता है. If you have a letter, there should be a 0. So if I want to load 0 FD, then this is a instruction. What is that instruction? Move TH1 comma hash 0 FDH. So load count for 9600 BP. Okay, so this is the value I have to load. और SCON में मुझे क्या लोड करना पड़ता है? मुझे mod 1 में चाहिए, तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन वो जो SCON के जो रजिस्टर फॉर्मेट है आपका 8 बिट का, वो चेंज करूंगा मुझे. mod 1 में मुझे चाहिए तो वो 4CH आएगा हेक्साडेसिमल में, और वो मुझे लोड करना पड़ेगा, या फिर वो मुझे मूव करना पड़ेगा SCON रजिस्टर में. ओके, सो दैट इज वे. सो आई थिंक आई डोंट हैव टाइम. योगेश, आई हैव ऑलरेडी आस्क्ड यू, मुझे और 1-2 घंटा चाहिए टू कंप्लीट दिस. Next week you have your test, so before that you have to arrange for 2 hours for me. You arrange and let me know. पिछले हफ्ते में आपने नहीं मुझे बताया था. योगेश, are you there?
सॉरी सर, वो मेरा हेल्थ थोड़ा खराब था.
हाँ ठीक है, आपने फिर इसको अदिति को किसको देना था ये काम? तो again I'm asking, I want 2 hours in this week. You arrange and let me know. रात को लेना तो हम रात को भी लेंगे, no problem. Because I need to complete this, because you have this portion in your syllabus. The next week you have the exam, so I want 2 hours. So decide and let me know. Okay?
Yes sir.
Okay. So I think because it is 11:05, so I cannot continue further. Because और 5-6 minutes लगे. Do you want me to continue for more 5 to 6 minutes, or is it okay? I will take afterwards. Yes. योगेश, अदिति बताओ. अच्छा ठीक है आफ्टरवर्ड्स. अटेंडेंस हो गया? नितिन सर इज देयर? हो गया ना?
सर का, हाँ सर.
ओके ठीक है. सो इफ यू डोंट हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस यू कैन लीव. थैंक यू.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
थैंक यू सर.
हाँ बोलो.
सर, वो जो नंबर है 2880